What's up guys, welcome back to another video. Today we got Lian unboxing video. Lian HydroShift 2 LCD Square 360 TL. The LCDS, as I said, stands for square, which means basically that the LCD itself is square. Over here there's as well a version with a round display over here on the CPU block itself. We got L wireless controller included, so you can actually control this whole unit wirelessly. We'll look into that. We'll see the receiver. It's a USB receiver. Again, this 360 TL stands for the premium fans pre-attached over here to the unit already in the box, which means that you don't have to sort those fans separately. And as well, these are the most premium fans that they produce, with a good static pressure and so on. So let's check out the box really quick. Here you can see nicely the diameters of this AIO if you would like to check it out if this will fit your case. So we got 122 millimeters by 400 and then 139, including the bracket which you can move for the rubber pipes itself. So basically this bracket for the pipes, for the cooling pipes, allows you to hide it very neatly behind this radiator, providing a very sleek and stealthy look inside the case. The display itself has 60 Hz, 3.4 inch square, 480 by 480 pixels. Now let's check what do we have on the side. We have a diagram of the build of the cooling block itself. On the other side, shift tube design, so you can basically, as I said, shift the tubes behind the radiator and it looks very cool and seamless. Back, nothing special over here. And under the box itself, if you'd like to check it out, do it, and I won't hold you over here anymore. Let's unbox this. So this comes boxed in a plastic. So let me just cut the plastic like so. Take it out. I'm very excited to install this CPU cooler over here, and will very nicely look in the case. So let's see, how do we actually open this box? When it comes to Lian, their products are always premium. The packaging is premium and the features are premium as well. So let's see, what do we got over here? Of course, some instructions, some QR code to connect and download the apps. Thank you for your purchase. Instructions, safety warnings. HydroShift to LCD. So a start guide with all the stuff we have included over here, which we'll check out by ourselves. So this is very nicely, neatly packaged over here. As you can see, we even have a screwdriver, which is a triple square, I believe it's called. Let's check out AMD socket leg. Okay, so these are just the brackets or the attachments for your AMD AM4 or AM5 processor mounts. We have accessories, we have as well Intel. This has some weight to it. So let's check out what is inside the Intel box. Maybe a hot plate? Yeah, a back plate. So the Razer, the AMD processors come with a backplate. I don't know how it is right now for the newest Intel processors, of course, because Ryzen's are basically much better at the game. right now. Looks like that, some standoffs. So if you like to check it out, here you go. Let's put it to the side. And let's get after the main accessory box. So let me check it out. Oh, we got a lot of stuff over here. Let's unbox it. Alright, let's take a closer look on what do we have in the accessory box. So this is the wireless controller. This should be a USB stick. So let's take it out of the box. Looks like that. And yeah, we got a USB type A connector. So there are various ways you can use that CPU cooler even offline. Then you can plug it into your motherboard, or you can control it via the app, and even control it wirelessly without any cables, and blocking USB connections inside the case. So these are some software downloads again. What do we got over here? We got some thermal paste. So that's very nice that they have included some thermal paste just to have it complete for the start. Some standoffs over here. Not sure how this will work yet, but I will figure this out as we go. These are some headers for the tubing, I believe, or comps that you can put the tubes inside over here, and they will basically be guided by those. Okay, up next we got some SATA power cable to fan cables, non-RGB. Then we got some rubbers to hide the mounting points, a lot of screws, and another comp for the rubber hose. It's time to get into the good stuff right now, so let's check out the pump itself. So over here we have some connectors, as you can see, and here is the block itself. So let's try to take it out, all of that at once. It isn't that heavy as I suspected. And now we have this on the desk. Let's try to open that paper. And here we go. Here is the beauty itself. Okay. That's the block. Remove before install. And the LCD screen. The blades look kind of like they are 3D printed, and the fans itself feel very premium and well balanced. So here we have the unit from up close, and I can already tell that installing this will be quite a hassle, I think. From the side, Lian, and let's check out the back, the radiator itself. Right, so here I found out how to take off the screen from the block itself. It's on magnets, so basically pull it away. Here we have the screen itself, and the block, you can see the magnets on the block. Now for AMD. These are the two brackets you replace on the socket. And these are the screws you use over here, like so. And you put those bolts on top over here. Let's see how this looks like installed and how the installation process will be. So again, here are the original screws from the mounting on the motherboard. And here are the new ones for the HydroShift. So you can see this is much bigger, and those screws included in the AMD accessory pack are shorter, so you will need to use those. It also nicely says where the CPU should be located. And also here it might be helpful how to take off the cover from the controller. So you have a little slot over here where you pull it towards you and you can lift it up. And this is how it looks like on the controller. I've kind of test fitted the radiator. As you can see, it can be moved around, but it seems okay. What I can do right now is just basically take this, and with those two metal latches here on the top, so here on the radiator, this one and this one, I can position into place to see how it will end up. But as you can see how this is hanging here right now, it's kind of twisted to the left. So I will take out the whole radiator and situate the pipes over here so that this will be straight on. But from factory with this case, the original place is pretty much ideal. Okay, so basically now I just twisted the hoses like so, and as you can see, the block itself sits way more straight now. It doesn't want to bend that much to the side. And also I slightly loosen those two screws from this bracket over here. So now, even when I mount this, I can still slightly move this left and right. And then, to secure it in place, I will just use the two top ones to basically mount this securely. Now the pipes are much smoother. So what I did with the connectors for the fans, so the fan connectors are on this side. I plugged them both in the CPU fan and CPU fan optional, and then the pump itself is located here, or the connector for the pump I plugged into a SATA extension that was in the box to the PSU, and I will try in a second to start this for the first time. So here we have pretty much the finished product of the IO itself being in the PC and running, powered on, and I just realized recording that I still have some plastic left on the fans. I'm very happy how the IO works. The temperatures are really low. There is no problem with the 9850 X3D running at full clock under any time you would wish to do that, any game and so on. It barely hits more than 75 degrees, and we get to the minus point over here. The temperature I think could be lower, but there is a known issue with this IO, particularly being the noise of the pump. So you can choose the RPMs up to 3200, but above 2000 RPM the sound shows up, and the sound is pretty annoying, to say at least. So what you have to do over here, or let me just first demonstrate you how this sounds while the RPMs are being raised automatically. So here you had a little demo on how this basically sounds like when the RPMs rise. What happens, I think, that the bass, the LCD, is kind of resonating. So a solution to fix that is to go in the app itself and then change it from this curve over here. So let me show you. When I take this up, you can hear the sound of the pump straight away. You can change it to fixed RPM and let it sit at around 2000. So from the 3200 RPMs, we just cut off at 2000. Anything above 2200 will give you that sound. This fixes the issue, and the temperatures don't really, I would say, rise much higher, or this doesn't give a much bigger benefit to rise it up to 3200, because then the fans kick in. But still, it's, for such a price point, I feel like this is an important notice for you if you want to buy this IO. So yeah, let me know in the comments down below whether you have the same problem with any other IO, maybe from Lian, as I know it happens to more of them. This one I think most particularly. So thank you so much for watching, guys. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments below. See you on the next one. Bye bye.